What's up guys, this is MA Fish Guy. Today's video is going to be on how to breed the Flowerhorn cichlid. In the recent years these guys have actually lost a little popularity just due to the overbreeding and the loss of color. They're just not pretty much what they look like, they used to be. Setting up a tank for these guys is quite easy. It's a 55 to a 75 gallon tank I recommend for just one pair. And you want clay pots, caves, slate rock, anything with a flat surface or a cave-like so they can breed in it. I wouldn't worry so much about a lot of plants. They're really not a shy fish, so they really don't need a whole lot of hiding spots for when it comes to plants. When it comes to conditioning these guys, it's quite easy. No matter what you don't use, feeder goldfish, feeder guppies, comets, anything like that. Stick to frozen like silver sides. You can do bloodworms, beef heart frozen. You can do like live earthworms, but what you want to do with the live earthworms is let them sit in like a box of either lettuce or grass that doesn't have any fertilizers or anything like that on it, and kind of let them access all that dirt out. Because if the flowerhorn does bite into them, it's just going to secrete that dirt that's in their system into them or even into the tank and just create a problem. And that way, if there's any fertilizer residue or anything like that in the earthworm, it makes it safe for the flowerhorns to eat them. So like I said, just stick to your frozen foods and anything like that. The only live food I recommend is just the earthworms. When it comes to sexing the flowerhorn, this can actually be a little difficult, but you want to buy them at about 4 to 6 months of age. And with this, they're going to become sexually mature. And with the males, they're going to have like a thicker jawline. Which is a little tough to see, but on some of your more mature males, they are going to have the bump on the head, and that's usually like a dead giveaway. Also, their vent, like the breeding vent on a male, is going to be like a V shape. If you go to my website, I'll post an article down below or a link below that actually shows a picture of it, so it's a little easier to understand. For a female, they're going to have a U-shaped vent. But like I said, once you look at the pictures, you can pretty much sex them on your own with no problem. And also with the females, they'll actually start laying eggs without the males actually in the tank. So that's usually, of course, a dead giveaway. When it comes to breeding them though, the temperature I usually put it about 76 to 78 Fahrenheit. And they're like most other South American cichlids. They're going to lay the eggs on a flat surface or in a cave. And pretty much guard them to the death. These guys are very, very good parents. Even though they've been inbred so much, they still remain good parents. And what's nice about these guys is that they form a pretty good pair and a pretty good bond. So they're going to keep breeding over and over and over again. The eggs usually hatch within 2 to 3, sometimes 4 days, depending on the temperature of your tank. So I mean, that's a pretty good hatch rate, and that way you can get the brine shrimp, going for the live brine shrimp. Also, they become free swimming in usually about a week. The parents are still going to be very, very protective. It's best just to leave them until the babies become, quite a decent size. I mean, not too large, but enough to pretty much, fend for themselves. So I mean, yeah, flowerhorns are pretty easy to breed. Just like a lot of your other cichlids, just like a convict cichlid, just not as easy. Best price to get these guys for, I wouldn't pay more than say $60 to $80 for a good female, and your good males are going to probably cost you about $100 to $125. Don't be fooled by those pet store ones that go for about $8.99 to $10.99. Just to see what they look like. I've grown them out a couple of times. They're not the prettiest specimen. It's best to get them from like a local breeder or someone who breeds them on their own, because the ones you see at pet stores are the ones that they actually call out and get rid of because they're not what they want them to be. So if you have any questions when it comes to breeding these guys, leave it in the comments. Check out my blog at mafishguy.blogspot.com. Subscribe to my channel. Ask any questions you want. I also take requests on different fish to breed. So leave it in the comments. Like I said, I'll leave a link below to the picture of the sexing the flowerhorns. Thanks.